Hi and welcome to my guide. Today we will be completing the quest Sleeping Giants. There are no quest requirements and the stat requirement is 15 smithing. Items needed: 3 oak logs, 10 metal nails of any kind, a hammer, a chisel and some wool. Regular wool, so not spun into a ball. For the recommended items, nothing really, maybe a bucket of water or ice gloves to save like 5 seconds. And then also 21 empty inventory slots, ignoring the recommended items. Those will be gone before you need the 21 empty inventory slots. And for the teleports, nothing really, maybe a teleportation method out of here after the quest is completed. Where to start this quest is here on the Giants Plateau, just located east of Kharid. Go to the dungeon sign and the quest sign just west of the Giants Plateau, and there you should find a giant that you can strike. Do so and keep pressing the spacebar till you're able to select option 1, yes, to start the quest. Next, keep pressing the spacebar for about a solid minute. What is a very helpful tip is just to put your phone on the keyboard to keep pressing space. Right, after the cutscene is over, let's go southwest and repair the polishing wheel. Keep pressing space and select option 1 to fix it. You should already have all the required items to do so. Next up, go up a little bit north, just north of the waterfall, and there you should find a broken grindstone. Do the same thing, keep pressing space and select option 1 to repair it. Next, a little bit north, they'll find a broken triphammer. After the grindstone is fixed, repair the broken triphammer. Select option 1. After we've fixed the triphammer, let's talk to Kovac, who's now next to us. And this should be a fade to black out of this instance. Right, let's now talk to Kovac once again to know what we'll need to do. What we'll now need to do is an introduction to this smithing minigame. We will need to make a sword for his friend. And the kind of sword that we will need to make is a flat broadsword. That is the same for everyone. First off, you can drop your hammer and your chisel if you do not have enough inventory space. We will now need to have at least 21 empty inventory slots. And one of the 21s is a bucket of water. So let's go to the southwestern corner and they'll find a pile of buckets. Pick it up and then go to the waterfall. There, use your bucket on the waterfall to fill it up. Next up, just south of Kovac, they'll find a crate. Search it to find 20 items. Take them, and next let's go to the bank sign. Next to the bank sign you'll find a crucible, a big metal bucket. Click on it to fill, and then select all and press on the bronze bar. Then do the same thing with the iron bars, all of them, and then right click on your weapons and armor, all of them, and deposit all the items into the crucible. Once you've done that, we will need to go back to Kovac to know what we'll need to do next. And next up, we will need to set up the mold before we can empty the crucible. So let's set up the mold. And what we'll need to make is the same for everyone. That is a flat broadsword. So first up, there are 3 tabs here. The first one is Forte. We will need to make flat and broad. So I'm gonna be taking this one. Then for the blades, what is the most broad and flat? It's gonna be this one. Then for the tips, broad and flat. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Just look at the bottom left corner and see that you have enough flat and broad. Once you have like at least +8 or something. For the quest, it isn't really that important. Just have enough flat and broad and then set the mold. Once you've done that, let's talk to Kovac and he will check it out. This should be fine. Next, let's go back to the bank and pour the crucible into the mold. Next up, go back to the mold and use your bucket of water on it, or simply wear ice gloves. Next up, be sure to empty both of your hands and then pick up the mold jig. And you'll see this user interface. So what we'll need to do first is go into the northwestern corner. Here to the triphammer. Use it for a couple of seconds. What you'll see is the second bar, the red, is slowly going down. This is the temperature of the blade. This will need to stay red. And also at the bottom you'll see that the sword is slowly getting completed. Keep using the triphammer until you're almost at the orange section. Once you've reached almost orange but still red, right click on the lava just behind you and then dunk before. Do this until it's almost at the end. Not completely at the end, but almost. If you've made the sword a little bit too hot, then the white outline on the red bar will be gone. Just wait a couple of ticks because the sword will slowly cool down by itself. Once it has a white outline, use the triphammer again, and then your sword should be 1/3 completed already. So one more hit, and then the arrow, and then the bottom arrow should be in the orange section. Next, let's go to the waterfall, and then right click quench until it's almost green, but just barely. It still needs to be orange. That should be enough. Next, go north and use the grindstone. You'll see that your sword temperature will be slowly rising as well as the completion of your sword. Once the temperature almost reaches the red section, go back to the waterfall and then quench it back down until it's almost green but low orange. Oh, it's too much. I'm gonna quickly go to the lava and heat it up just a little bit and then use the grindstone. Just be sure that there's always a white outline on these bars. Right, once the sword completion bar is in the green, also has a white outline. Next up, let's go back to the waterfall and then cool it back down until it is high green. Alright, it's high green. Let's now go to the polishing wheel and then do the same thing. The temperature will be decreasing, but the sword completion will be rising. Once the sword temperature almost reaches the bottom, go back to the lava and heat it back up. So dunk it back in the lava until it is a high green. And then go back to the polishing wheel to basically finish this minigame as well as finish your quest. Yes, the sword is completed. Let's talk to Kovac to complete our quest. Congratulations, you've completed the Sleeping Giant quest. You are awarded with 6,000 smithing experience as well as access to the Giant's foundry. This was my guide how to complete the Sleeping Giants quest. Hopefully it has helped. Subscribe, rate and comment. Okay, thanks, bye.